Oh my God. Yeah,
already recorded.
so shall I start?
Okay, guys, hold on. I'll just set the tone for all of you. Good evening, everyone. Of course, it's a very pleasant responsibility that I'm the returning officer for my own colleagues of the executive committee. As I was saying some time back that this is an opportunity for the candidates and contestants to convey your ideas and thoughts, not only to the EC members, but to the larger alumni audience. Many of your ideas and thoughts could be in progress, but you can certainly expound upon them. You can give your plans, how you can take them forward. So I would say don't hesitate if you have to borrow ideas from the past also as to what has been going on. If you feel you can take it forward and make it larger, bigger, I think it is all welcome. You're also going to work in the backdrop of some wonderful performance for which the entire EC deserves a round of applause. And this is something which you need to take it as a benchmark from where you can move forward and where you can take the association higher. So at this stage, our interest is to understand your thought process, your ideas, what you propose to do, how you propose to do, maybe even what kind of support you look forward to from your members. If you wish to convey that, please feel free. My only request at this stage is please restrict your queries only to the ideas and thoughts expressed by the candidate. This is not a forum where we create a situation where we have to silence somebody, and I'm sure it would not look very great if such a situation were to arise. So with this small background, I welcome all of you, all the contestants. I wish all of you all the very best. And we are going in the same order in which we have put up the posters. So the order that we will follow is Mr. Sanjay Jain first, Dr. Sanjay Srivastava next, Mr. Deepak Arora next, secretarial candidate, and then followed by Mr. Pankaj Kapadia. So with this, guys, I leave this forum open. I request everybody else to be on the mute, except for the person who is speaking. Everyone kindly be on the mute. Thank you. And Sanjay, I welcome you to address EC members and the alumni.
Thank you, Kalpin. Hello, friends. I am in front of you as a candidate for president to share my vision for the next year. I begin to share briefly the activities our association is doing. It works continuously to improve the alumni networking. It works for the formation of new chapter to increase the participation of alumni. It works for the progress of alma mater. It gives award to distinguished alumni and extend help to alumni districts mainly, and many more. Like what we are doing well on this front, and we wish to keep on improving these aspects. Like we need to do alumni meets, alumni family meets with participation of their family more often. We should like encourage our chapters also to do it. Like we have a program, popular program ये इन दोनों की बात है, which is hugely successful. We need to create more chapters, and we need to make chapters self-sustainable. We have to work on that. We have to set guidelines and ask them ki you should be self-sustainable. There are some chapters who are doing well, but there are some chapters who are not doing well also. So we need to make them, and we need to find resources to strengthen benevolent fund apart from crowdfunding, to make sure that we are there to help any alumni in distress. This we need to club it with insurance and health policies, which is very important. Health insurance or term insurance should be there so that every time like they get it, but we need to make them aware and work for that. Right? We can find some good schemes, and that is one thing which we need to do very soon and very effectively. And we need to, like now I come to student, we need to further improve student interaction and support them. Like we have observed that there are some of our students, they go under depression, and few of them take extreme step of suicide also. I wish to have a counseling center in the campus and also propose online counseling of the students. To me, this is very important part. Now, next is for the student case. The most of students do well after passing out from our institute, but we need to work for those who are somehow not able to crack the job. We need to aggressively work on an initiative like Sarthi, eh, which is already existing, and find more solution together. We need to work on that so that like our alumni who are very successful, they can also offer the job to the students, and we need to work on them. And I think I also plan to work on amendment in MOA. Last year we started the activity, but like session did not come much and was stopped. And we shall also formulate the bylaws for better harmonious relation. I wish that mutual respect and admiration should be there between all EC members. This was the one part. Now we need to enhance the image of association by service to the society. I have noticed that whenever we introduce ourselves, this is my personal experience, that I say I'm an IITD alumni. So in general perception is that yeah, you are from IIT. So A takes a back seat. So in spite of doing so many things, why A takes the back seat, we need to think. So the reason which comes to my mind is that we have not focused much on fulfilling our social obligations. Like when we talk about Lions Club, Rotary Club, Bharat Parishad, public says that yes, these are the societies which work for the needy people. What I want to emphasize that whatever we say that we belong to IIT Delhi Alumni Association, public should say yes, this is one association which contributes to society and helps the needy. We have already taken one initiative with each one uplift one, but this has to be vigorously followed. We need to adopt schools. We need to improve their classroom, improve basic amenities like toilets, drinking water. We may also go and teach the students as per requirement, and our chapters should follow the same. These activities should be highlighted on social media like Insta, Twitter, and Facebook. So if we are able to mobilize these activities and trend them heavily on the social media, the association will more frequently come to limelight. Alum will see and feel proud. Then we have a right to ask them to donate for this cause. But we have to trend them. We have to work and like जब तक हम दिखाएंगे नहीं, जब तक हम बताएंगे नहीं, तो बेसिकली हमारी एक वेबसाइट है, बट like Insta and Twitter, they are also a very powerful tool. So we must highlight it, highlight it very well. If needed, we can also collaborate with service organization like Lions Club, etc. We can also do that. I'm a lion, so I can say that we do a lot of service activities. And if we want, like if everybody agrees, so we can collaborate with them. I also propose to hold online, maybe physical also, technical seminar on important dates. Like we are engineers, so we should celebrate World Water Day, World Environment Day, Engineers Day, and also teach the public, educate the public for water conservation and environmental protection through these technical seminars. And I wish to improve our media relations so that every important activity is highlighted in the news and we get more publicity. Friends, the role of the president in any society association is very important, as is the face of the association. It requires maturity, assertiveness, patience, and should have a trait to lead the team. He should also welcome the different opinion backed by the facts. Lastly, I want to share my public assignments which I have uh, done in the past. Besides being a successful entrepreneur, I am in public life for last 18 years. I am president of Meerut Engineer Association, having graduate engineers as members. I shall be relieving my duties on 31st May, like 1 month is left. I will be no more the president of that association. I have worked 2 years for that. And I'm the president of Bharat Vikas Parishad. I have held many senior positions in Lions Club and has been awarded time to time for my contribution and support to needy and less privileged people. Besides that, I'm on the board of many trusts and societies. And one more thing which I like to point out, that I have been awarded UP Ratan for my contribution for environment and water conservation. That's all I want to say, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sanjay. And if anyone has any specific question on what Sanjay has spoken, please feel free to ask. Yeah, Rajiv.
Hi, good
Rajiv,
evening. Yeah, can I speak?
yeah,
Yeah,
please go
sure.
ahead.
Good evening, Sanjay. First, best wishes. You spoke well. My best wishes to you. I have just a couple of questions. One is basically saying that you are involved in a lot more activities, a lot of activities. You know, you're involved in a lot of businesses. Would you have time for this? Because last year, I mean, saying there were certain activities you were. One was, of course, you were ill for about 2-3 months. I think you were not well for 2-3 months. That was
Mhm.
unfortunate. I'm sure that you're much recovered now. Is that would you have time available to devote to this thing? Because Kalpen has left a benchmark, like he says, in terms of availability, etc. And while we may have differences in opinion, I agree. In any organization, different opinions can exist. I
Yes.
cannot doubt the fact that Kalpen did devote his time a lot there. So having said that, would you have the ability because you're involved in some 8-10 businesses, etc.? That's one question. The second question is as a president, what is your vision in terms of transparency? In terms of till now we were having EC meetings recorded and shown towards to EC and the alumni. What is your personal view in terms of the transparency of showing EC minutes? Because it serves two purposes. It allows the people to get more involved. Like you said, you want more involvement. And second, it brings transparency. Your personal opinion on these two. Thank you so much and best wishes again.
Thanks, Rajiv. It's a very good question. I gave a lot of thought on this, but the point is, ki I was like I said, I was the president of Meerut Engineering Association, and I will be relieving my duties on 31st May. I am like I want to work for the society and anything. So I will have time, and I am only 1.5 hours away from that association. I will be frequently visiting. Most of my business are like in self mode, but I have to devote time. I have to devote like 4 to 5 hours to my business, so I can easily devote 1 to 2 hours daily on the association, and I plan to go to association office at least once a week. Maybe if I skip, so there will be around say 3 visits in a month, which is I think I will monitor everything and give time. And like you already know, I have one office in Southex also. So like once a week, I also go there and spend 1 hour and 2 hours. So from Southex is only 15 minutes away. So I can go there and take care. But I think I can assure you, you will never find that I have not given time. I have time to give for the association. Like it's my alma mater, and I am there with this such distinguished company. So I will do that. And the second part is you have asked transparency. I I feel that it should be there, but the point is, I have seen in last few days. Initially, I was very much in the fear of transparency, and I voted for it when it was there was voting. Sanjeev ji will say like I voted. It's in the record. But the point is, if we share the video recording, like what happened, I got the transcript of our subcommittee video recording. So like it was conveniently edited. So like we should not do it. We are responsible people. We should not edit that as per our convenience. And like I'm all for it. We should do it. No doubt about that, Rajiv.
Sanjay,
I'm for it.
Okay,
Sanjay, I
okay.
agree with you. Just
Thanks,
one
thanks.
clarification. Just one clarification, if I'm allowed, Kalpit.
Yeah.
Editing, if you put the entire, if the onus of putting the recording lies at IITDAA, nobody can edit it, correct? So you can actually, misrepresent. It is available for everybody to view. So my point is the alumni gets much more engaged, and the
Rajiv,
behavior
let me
becomes
reply.
much more. And
Rajiv,
the
let me
behavior,
reply.
Okay, Rajiv,
Let me reply.
your point is
I think
taken.
I will reply that, please.
Yeah, go ahead, Sanjay.
I will reply that. I think what you have said makes sense, but it does not become feasible. Like as per the subcommittee recordings, nobody has seen the total recording. They just have seen the transcript which are prepared. So it sends the wrong message. We all should be mature enough not to twist it in their favor, like editing some point, and like this is not done.
Sanjay, I've gone through the entire recording, all 4 hours.
Okay, Rajiv,
Hey,
Rajiv,
you have
Rajiv,
you
Rajiv, one second.
I kudos for that, yaar. आज
One
आपने
second. One second. Let me just
convict भी कर
intervene
दिया हमारी बात.
for
I
10
told you the
seconds.
amount of time you give, nobody gives it.
It's a specific
Let it be
issue related
interactive.
to Rajiv. It's a specific issue related to something which has nothing to do with ideas and vision. Transparency as a concept is welcome by all means.
Yes, it is welcome.
And I'm sure all the
I'm for it.
candidates will agree to it. How we ensure that transparency is a different mechanism. Thanks Rajiv for
Yeah, well,
wonderful.
it did not happen. My question was because it did not happen. That's why the question was there.
I
Regardless of-
think I am for it. I am for it.
Okay, good. I think we should all monitor it, how transparency is managed. And thanks Sanjay for that. We have 2 more questions, and Sanjeev, you go first and then Deepak.
Yes.
Okay. Sanjay sir, first off, best wishes to you.
Thank you.
I have some question. You know, am I audible?
Yes, perfectly. थोड़ा slow आ रहा है, जोर से बोल दो यार.
थोड़ा जोर से बोल दे.
Okay. Now I'm not well. So
I know,
I'm just asking, you know, alumni association needs lot of dedication and engagement of our EC member. I could not hear anything how you are going to involve our EC member, because we are not the representative directly. We are representative of the EC. What we have, like president is the representative of representatives, right? So how you are going to engage them, and how frequently you visit to various cities, because alumni is not only in the Delhi based alumni office. We have to have this larger network, and that need lot of interaction. How much time you spend on the visiting different cities, because those things are also required, which Kalpen keep doing, like Haryana he keep coming to Delhi. I have seen whatever time he has contributed. I don't want to complain he has not gone to other city. That depends on the everyone engagement. But how you are going to take now from this today onward, and you are going to get this position?
I think, thank you, Dr. Sanjeev, for asking the question. I have a ready-made answer for this. You know, there is one society, you all must be knowing, Raju also be knowing. There is one society, ISHRE, that works on the energy saving and air conditioning. So about 3 years back, I was a national vice chairman for the same. So I have traveled in 1 year. I have traveled 18 states. So there is no issue. I can go and I'll do that. And how I am going to do it? तो मेरा 2 मानना है कि I think कर्मण्यवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन. लेकिन मेरा जो है, जो ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड है, in all the societies you must see, I have been appreciated everywhere. In whichever society I have worked, I have just see that so many things are there. And when I received UP Ratan, so you know, in 25 cities of UP, I went for rainwater harvesting. So basically it's a passion which comes automatically. And my all business are in self mode. Yes, I have to give time 2 to 3 hours. That can be given, but my passion is different. I want to serve the people and society. I will find time. Like I said, in 1 year, I traveled 18 states when I was in ISHRE, Nation Vice Chairman.
Thanks, Sanjay. I think we get the gist of your willingness to travel. Thanks, Sanjeev. Next, Deepak, you have a query?
Yeah, Sanjay, all the best. And what I want to say is, one, if you can specify some kind of your thought process is pretty good. You know what kind of timeline you are expecting you'll be able to deliver it, especially the student counseling session center, and that's one thing. And when you talk about what are our goals for the society, if you can tell something very and even the community, when you say that we should be able to do Twitter and Facebook more. Why not an app or something like that, which our own community app?
I think that's a good suggestion. We can do that. But I think the young generation, and shall I reply? I think, sure. Deepak, I'm glad you asked this question. I'm not going to do it. We all are going to do it. फर्स्ट थिंग, यू नो, अकेला आदमी सिर्फ विजन होता है उसका, और हम सब मिलके काम करते हैं. वी ऑल हैव टू वर्क एंड डिसाइड इन हार्मोनी. We will decide and we will do it, and as the sessions come, we are going to do it. Don't worry, like this, I think Kalpin will vouch for it कि जो भी events हुए हैं, I was behind many of them, and I continuously talked about that कि यार हमें कोई सेशन, कोई सेंटर चाहिए, काउंसलिंग सेंटर. आई हैड बीन टॉकिंग टू हिम, यार कोई बच्चा चला जाता है डिप्रेशन में तो, और मतलब किसी का भी, यू नो, यहाँ पे मैं एक काम करता हूँ एवरी सैटरडे फ्रॉम 4 to 6 आई डू स्टूडेंट काउंसलिंग. आई टोल्ड यू कल्पिन वन डे कि मेरे पास आते हैं, आई डू द काउंसलिंग. यार इट्स वेरी गुड थिंग. बच्चों को है ना, बच्चों के साथ तो बहुत अच्छे से करना पड़ता है. आज के बच्चों पे इतना प्रेशर है, और इवन I take classes of their parents because they put so many burden on that कि भाई तेरे को ये करना है, वो करना है. They don't ask, बेटा मतलब मार्क्स लाने, come on, we have to tell their parents also कि भाई it is not that. So counseling center is my top priority, and we all have to decide and do it as early as possible. और हम सब जो आई थिंक जो भी हम सेक्रेटरी साहब होंगे उनसे फर्स्ट मीटिंग का विल मेक एजेंडा पॉइंट. And I will, if I win, of course, Dr. Sanjeev is there, he will also agree. If he wins, so he should also, I will argue him that he should also take it, and I will stand by him. Right,
Thanks.
Dr. Sanjeev?
Thanks,
agree to
Sanjeev.
it?
Thanks, Sanjay. I think Sanjeev has also raised the same issue earlier, and he is very keen to do it. So
I think
I'm sure either of
whoever
the
wins,
two,
but we should do it.
either of the two will certainly make it happen, and that's a very nice thing to hear. Thanks, Sanjay. I just put in a small request that we'll not be able to take more than 3 questions per candidate. So kindly cooperate with that. Otherwise, the contestant will not get enough time to express his ideas. Next, I invite Dr. Sanjeev Srivastava to express his thoughts and share his views and vision with the audience. Dr. Srivastava.
Okay. Thank you, Kalpen sir, for giving this opportunity to.
Everyone else, please be on mute so Sanjeev can speak freely. Thanks.
Am I audible now? Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. So first of all, I would like to thank you for giving this opportunity of doing soapbox, and also I would like to thank all the fellow EC members as well as alumni for making this available for me by selecting as a EC member, electing as a EC member, and giving this opportunity for last 2 years. I have some vision for this EC and as well as alumni, which I wanted to do when I joined, but somehow I could not do. I don't want to blame anyone, but it may be my problem also. Some family problem, personal problem, or administrative problem, whatever may be, but I have something to do this year if I will get the post of president. So I would like to go with the background that it is with a deep sense of humility and reverence, and that I seek the position of president of IITDAA. You know, I have been the part of IIT Delhi for 10 years, and now ISC Bangalore, I have been here for last 11 years. So I have the experience of the handling the things for things in very good way in the premier institute, what way people should work, what way they should be. I am well aware of most of the responsibility the office bearer of IITDAA as a president required. So it is to provide the dedicated, competent, comprehensive administrative support to the director, dean of AIP, faculty, student community, and the alumni and their family. Of course, their family also nowadays looking us, we should give them some support. And the young fellow who are not having even the job, we should also create a conducive environment where they can come discuss with our people who are having the expertise, so that they can get really good guidance. So we require a lot of things in our change in our alumni office. Even I'm thinking there should be alumni lounge where people can come sit and other people can come and interact with them. So those kind of things are needed if really we are thinking in a bigger way. And with this alumni association, which is really one of the best alumni association, I can tell what I have seen. I keep interacting with the IIT Madras alumni and IIT Kharagpur Alumni Association, and they keep asking for the some kind of a editorial. I keep giving them. So I keep talking, and I understand our alumni association is having a lot of strength to do for the alumni, and our premier institute IIT Delhi, of course, this is alma mater, and we always think about that. So, and our IIT Delhi is also one of the institute of eminence, which I don't know how many people are knowing. It was given that status by the government. So the institute of eminence doesn't mean just we have to serve the student what they are coming since last 20 years. We have to create some kind of image where people will understand, yes, IIT Delhi is the one of the institution where we should do, and we should get more marks to get it into that one. So that those kind of things is there. And I am the person of observing the problem. When I was in doing PhD, and I did MTech also from IIT Delhi, and when I have done the project, so I have been there for 10 years. I keep observing the problem, and similar things. I think that is the job of the president as a leaders. Keep observing the problem, convert into the task. Once it is converted into task, execute it. When it is really good, you make it at a national level, so that the contribution of the EC member or even the leader, what they have done, should be recognized nationally as well as the internationally. And that way, I want to tell you the national portal, what I am working. The initiative was in 2005, but it took me 12 years to bring to the government attention, but somehow it got attention of the prime minister office. And this IP protected, in fact, we have protected the IP. It is my name, the portal what we are running in the form of as a national portal by the government supported. So this kind of things, if someone is having, I have thinking that if someone bring to my notice, even from EC member or alumni, I will support those kind of things, so that like I have made the iSTEM as a national portal, they should also get. And that will be the big support for our EC members. Those, everyone cannot be president, but they can bring to the idea and something, and they should feel everyone is working like president. That kind of freedom is very much needed, and create a conducive environment for them also, so that the attendance, the appearance, and the interaction will be really good within the EC first, and then they can go outside and they will feel also, yes, they are the part of one of the premier institution alumni association. Another things I will concentrate on the good governance practice. Lot of things are required in our office to correct, like purchase procedure. I keep talking, when we made the COC, there was one part where we are thinking we will make the purchase procedure also, but we could not work next 1 year. 6 months I could not do because of the family reason, and then after that I could not bring it to the notice of the receipt due to some other reasons. But these kind of things are required. If suppose a president or the treasurer is going to sign a check, he should be responsible to answer why he has signed the check, what process he followed to bring that much amount. Even the director is also answerable for those kind of things. So EC recommend those things but doesn't pass that kind of thing. EC is the only for the recommendation, set up process. And also in the last, if something is executed rightly, they can just say yes, it is done, task is done. So EC duty is that, but the process need to be set as per the government law or GFR, General Finance Rule 2017. Those kind of things are very much needed, so that our association will not be in question, or what fine recently we paid for the FCRA, those kind of issue. Timely, means handling of the finance is very much needed, and one should think about that, how we can do better, whether I am president or not, but the practice should be proper. And good governance practice for such official discussion is very much required. Minutes of the meeting of each and everything. What Rajiv is asking about transparency, I am very much about that. Transparency, once you will say this is going to be on the portal, nobody is going to say it is something wrong, and people will also be careful when they will talk what they are talking, because it is going in the public. It is not like a parliament, someone is throwing chair on each other. So those kind of things will not happen. We all are educated. I think we should immediately start practicing those kind of things. And of course, if something is there will be penalty for that. It doesn't mean that everyone will play with that. So some of the procedure change we have to do. Apart from that, formal eligibility of the president, I believe strongly that I have also the ability and prior experience, the position demand. I have dealt with the many positions in IIT Delhi, like House Secretary, PhD representative. I have the freedom of house in Satpura House. Even I was also given the best SAC representative when I was serving for the institute as a PhD representative. I solved many problems. And that time, if you go and ask anyone, 2005 to 10 PhD students was keep saying that was the golden period for the master and PhD students, because the time, the fellowship, what it comes nowadays, even the last day of the month, it was contributed by me in the first SAC meeting. And the director told, yes, it should be, because earlier people were not in this one, okay, when I'm going to get the scholarship. Even the person who was Gupta shop, near the corner of the Nilgiri house, he was not even treating PhD student well, or master student, those who were getting fellowship and asking some kind of, okay, can I take this one and I will pay after 10 days. They're saying you don't know when, we don't know when your scholarship will come. So those kind of problem we sorted out. Lot of other issues, even railway reservation counter was brought by me in IIT Delhi. So those kind of things we have done, and we know how the leadership quality required the work and how we can engage this. It's not that I am going to do, it is my EC will do, our EC will do, and our alumni will support. All those kind of things will come into the picture. Then I will come to the next part, that is the careful resolution, execution of administrative and legal papers. When we say we are signing MOU, there are a lot of legal complication. Once someone will not ask, then you will not knowing anything. That when someone will ask, even a single word of MOU is required careful observation. So those kind of things need to be taken care when we are doing and talking about any executive paper or something like that, or even we are talking about some kind of donation. We have to be very much careful so that no one will raise the question. Even a single question damage the image of the IITDAA or IITD. So those kind of things we have to care along with our EC member. And the next, motivate our colleagues. That is very much important in this current scenario. Unless you are not going to talk each and every EC member in a polite manner, conducive environment, you are not going to create. Nobody is going to come to even the listen the word what we are saying in the EC meeting, or even the soapbox. You can see the attendance what today we have. The attendance is required, lot of work in the background, so that our EC member feel, yes, why not, I should go, I should be having the real time. And that required really the good calendar of the event. If they will know, they will block their calendar, like they attend their official meeting properly. Why not they should attend the EC meeting in proper sense. So those kind of event of calendar, if it will be there, they will keep reminding in their mobile or their email. I hope that will really enhance the visibility and interaction in EC. And the thing is required the government industry interaction. When we are talking about this one, we have a lot of people in the government, we have lots, so we can create a platform where government and IITDAA can sit, and in the people who are having the problem, many people are not getting a job. Why not they should come and get the guidance with the government people? If anything is there, they will get the good networking. And I'm sure our IITM will get a help from the government platform as well. And I have thought, when I'm doing for iSTEM portal, that is my dream project. And whatever policy is coming nowadays, Ministry of Finance, PMO, everyone is working for the iSTEM. And even 24th, I'm going to interact with the people who are coming from the different university, got the money, ministry grant. Now it is a mandate that everyone had to be there. So for creating them easy and usual thing, many things I have done, interacted, digital connect quickly option, call center, everything I have done so that my people can interact 24/7. And I have created various virtual regional center across the country. And 200 centers I have created till date for this iSTEM program. Similar
Dr.
things,
Sanjeev,
I think.
Dr. Sanjeev.
Just 1 minute, sir. I'm
Yeah,
completing
please.
in 1
Yeah,
minute.
that's all. If you can take one more minute, it's fine, and you can conclude.
Hardly 1 minute, you'll say even fraction of second. Just please do not disturb the flow. So this virtual regional center is going to help the people, and the purpose is that we have to reach to the people. I want to tell you 1 or 2 example I have initiated. When people were in COVID time, they were not having even access to the experimental lab. So we initiated concept of giving the software, which are very much costly, 4 lakhs rupees per license. And what we did, we put in the cloud, and nowadays I can proudly say 1,500 people from the various institutions, and especially tier 2, tier 3, I can say the villagers where institutes are there, where people have the engineering college are accessing those kind of software. And we have reached and we are providing at no cost those kind of software by putting the cloud. So those kind of things we have done, and we have the experience to open the virtual regional center even for the IITDAA wherever our alumni is there, we can talk to them, we can tell kids, you are the ambassador, you will get some importance, and we should give some kind of what we say, this display for their photograph, their activity, whatever achievement they have done. If these kind of things we will do, I am surely our IITDAA will have really the good position, what we have, even better than that in the current, in the future. Thank you.
Thanks, Sanjeev. I wonder with fever, if you are able to give this kind of a fear speech. Without fever, what would you have done? But happy to hear your views. And I see Deepak's hand is already up. But Deepak, are you planning to ask question, or your hand has already been up since first interaction? Okay, Rajiv, please go first.
Best wishes, Dr. Sanjeev Srivastava. Well spoken, like everybody else. I have just again one specific question. You're doing ISTEM, which involves extensive amount of travel and coordination. You have a full-time job as a nano lab there. I'm just saying, would you be able to devote time to IITDAA? It's an important perspective because you covered some points which you said is about interaction between EC members, which and it is the leader who has to involve everybody. While we have seen almost 10 out of 21 EC members are so dormant, they only come for voting, they don't come for any discussion. So what is your plan to engage them? That is one. And second, you already voted for transparency in video recording, so I don't need to ask you that question. Fair enough.
Okay, sir, my job is in ISTEM is the coordinate with my 15 team members, and what I do is the interaction with them, and I have to give the guidance how they can take the country for. I don't interact with all the public. The team, the way I have maintained, they interact 24/7. I come into the picture where some trouble sort is there, but whenever I go, I always get some time to interact with our PhD alumni, and I find whoever is there in that region, I keep interacting. And I want to tell you, the leader cannot do everything, but leader can manage the better way what is required through their EC member. And you ask about the interaction, how we can enhance things. We require initially 1 or 2 meetings first to understand what way EC people want to work. If you will match with their frequency, what they have in their mind, and you will assign the work. Like one scientist I told, if you will assign the person according to the quality and according to his qualification, the job, he will do best in that part. So those things you have to understand. And I'm telling you, currently I have 15 people in my team. I don't have to interact. Even I will not go in the office. My job will not stop. And until date, I can tell you, last 5 years, we have 0 complaint from the public, which we are handling really the Indian public. Every time you'll get the complaint, but we have in ISTEM 0 complaint. Not a single people say our team don't interact, not respond within 2 minutes or 5 minutes when we contact. So those kind of things we have said, sir. And it's not that only me, my time, always I keep visiting across the country. You can see always I put, and even people are saying, you are the traveler ISTEM coordinator. They have not put my name. So I keep going, keep interacting. And I'm thinking, if we will energize the people in that region, those people will speak for the IT, and I am not going to be the president for that. They are the president for the association from each and every part of the country.
Good, Sanjeev. Next, Sanjay, you want to ask question to Dr. Sanjeev?
I have 2 questions.
Louder, please. Louder,
I have
please.
2 questions, Dr. Sanjeev. One is,
sure,
how do you see our relation with the institute presently? At what level they are, and how do you want, if they are not good, how do you want to improve that?
No. Can you repeat, sir, question? They are not good means what?
How do you see alumni association relations with the institute presently? Relations with the institute association. How is that? कैसे है?
Sanjay, I'll repeat your question, Sanjay. Can you hear me, Sanjeev?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, then I'll be slightly louder. What he's asking and what I've understood is how do you see the relationship of the association with the institute? And if you find anything missing, how do you propose to improve it? Am I right, Sanjay?
Yes, exactly the same. I don't know something.
Please go ahead, Sanjeev. Sanjeev, please go ahead.
Okay. See, the association and institute are working in a complement manner. are having good relation. I hope Kalpen has maintained well, and we have to continue. And even if required, we have to improve also. I cannot say everyone has done the best. Always there is a chance for improvement. And the interaction, if you are talking, we have to keep interaction, keep the record, and we have to engage the EC member also who are at local level or whatever way they can interact with the institute, because that kind of interaction, and also what we were thinking earlier, what Pankaj was saying last time, we will have something in the hostel, people should come, go to the hostel, interact with the student. Those kind of things need to be continued. If something is there, if nothing is there, right, what I mentioned, the launch should be there for the alumni president, alumni association, so that people can come, spend some time. If they're coming from outside, they will not think where I should go and sit at least. So if they have that kind of things, we can really do here. Even the ISC, we are thinking to have a launch for our visiting faculty, so that they can come there, have some cup of tea, and the student can go and interact. So those kind of things we are doing here also. So I think if this kind of things will give, our hostel students will be also very much confident in coming to us and telling their problem. And I think if any problem there, we have lot of expertise. If we will display those kind of things, we can help them also. So interaction cannot be always this one in this one, what is called, there's always chance to improve, I will say.
Okay.
I hope I have answered.
Yes, yes. Okay, okay.
Pankaj?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Congratulations, Dr. Sanjeev, for rising up to the occasion. And I hope you get my best wishes for the success in the quest of becoming the president of IITDAA. I have actually got two questions, to be very honest. First, I would like to know that whatever work you are doing for iSTEM is your voluntary work or is your part of your job profile?
Okay.
That is question number one.
First of all, I want to tell you, iSTEM is my dream project. It is created by me only, not by any faculty member of ISC Bangalore or anyone. So it's not that I am doing the voluntary. Of course, 9 to 5 job I am doing and taking as a service. I will not do what I am doing. Am I audible?
Maybe I got it, Dr. Sanjeev. I got it. See,
let me answer after that.
Okay, sir, please
let
go
me
ahead.
answer, then after that you can question. Let me answer, then you can question.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Please go ahead.
If you will disturb, then I cannot speak.
Go ahead.
No, sir, my apologies.
I am saying, see, if I will take anything as a job, I will just go 9 to 5 like other people come and do, whether iSTEM will work or not. I don't have any obligation from the government to how much center should be there, how much. I propose to the government that these kind of things should be there, so that our needy people, tier 2, tier 3 institution can come. And I want to just tell you, Pankaj, the government has not told me, even it is not part of the proposal I initiated last year in March. Kalpen, I want to tell you also, I just started giving a support of 50,000 to 1 lakh rupees. Even it is not part of our proposal. From the proposal grant, I saved some money. Okay, I cannot do this activity, I will do for this. And I give to the college age faculty member who are not having even access for 10,000 rupees. I gave 52 projects till date I have given, and that is all voluntary work, you can say. It is not the part of iSTEM. And out of that, even college faculty who are not having any access, I have given 10 patents to this iSTEM after that support. And I'm reporting to the government now. The AICT just yesterday has made that proposal. We are going to give similar grant to the whole India. 1,000 projects we will give every year, and that kind of achievement. So we are not doing voluntary job or not doing the compulsory. We are trying to set a model for the country, which the government can adopt and can follow that. We are not working for anything. We are just setting the policy matter. And recently I gave policy for the DST,
Okay.
which is implemented in the country.
Okay, Sanjeev. Pankaj, your next question.
Sir, honestly, I personally wanted a clear-cut answer whether the job is, whether it is a voluntary job or whether it is a job profile, as simple as that. Because I wanted to ask this question because all what we do for IITDAA is voluntary in nature and bears no monetary gains for anybody. However, like for example, I may be working at some company, I may be working at some startup, I may be having my own company. I put in a lot of efforts for its excellence. That is completely different story. That was my purpose of asking the question. Now, second question which I wanted to ask is, like Sanjeev Srivastava sir said that there should be a loan for the alumni.
Launch.
Lounge, yeah, launch. Okay, there is a space requirement, right? If I'm not wrong. Now, since I was the secretary and I had tried for getting a space at the campus with institute authorities, I have come across EC members, probably Deepak Arora sir said that, why am I pressurizing the institute for additional space? The institute doesn't have a space. We don't need space at all. So how will Dr. Sanjeev as a president overcome things like this? Because I mean, there will be difference of opinions and people may say that we don't need, for that matter, any additional space, or he may say that we need additional lawn or launch for the alumni. So these are the things which we'll need to address in the EC, because ultimately it's not the president or the secretary or anybody else who decides. The entire EC should be deciding this. So what is your take on this, Dr. Sanjeev?
See, first of all, I talked about the proposal to give to the IITDAA to give such kind of facility. So who is the most main beneficiary is the IITDAA. If they will provide something, it's our duty to convince. It doesn't mean that just one day I will go and hit the dean and get the space. It is required a lot of time, lot of explanation. I have done a lot of things in IIC, how to get, even just 1 week before I got separate ISTEM office in the whole IIC. Even I was not getting space crunchy there in my department. So it's required a lot of time. 1 year it took to convince even my own department and administration. It doesn't mean that one day I will go and hit the director. The second question is for Deepak, don't want. I don't know.
Sanjeev sir, I would like to intervene. Sanjeev sir, please. I'm actually आपकी बात से मैं समझ रहा हूँ. मुझे सिर्फ एक चीज जाननी थी. मुझे एक्सप्लेनेशन इसका नहीं चाहिए कि हमें स्पेस चाहिए और आप कैसे करेंगे और कितने दिनों में करेंगे, मैं ये नहीं पूछ रहा था. मैं सिर्फ ये जानना चाह रहा था कि आपकी टीम में ही ऐसे लोग होंगे जो कहेंगे कि आपको स्पेस क्यों चाहिए. तो आपकी टीम में ही ऐसे लोग होंगे जो कहेंगे कि तुम इंस्टीट्यूट पर प्रेशर क्यों डाल रहे हो. इसको आप कैसे टैकल करेंगे, मैं ये जानना चाहता हूं.
ठीक है, देखो ईसी मेंबर को सबसे पहले क्या प्रोसेस है, आप अपना प्रपोजल ले आओ, बताओ, बेनिफिट बताओ. ठीक है, जब तक आपके ईसी मेंबर को कन्विंस नहीं होगा, आप उनके बिना आप आगे नहीं बढ़ना चाहिए. पहले तो मेरा ये है, मैंने जो पहले ही बोला कि ईसी में, मैंने अपनी फर्स्ट स्पीच में फर्स्ट लाइन ये बोला कि ईसी मेंबर का कंट्रीब्यूशन, संजीव श्रीवास्तव इज नॉट द प्रेसिडेंट, होल ईसी शुड बी द कंसीडर्ड प्रेसिडेंट. So you have to explain it properly. If someone is not convinced, you have to talk individually, separately, and everything you have to do what is needed, because you are not doing for yourself, or you are not doing to get any benefit. So it is your duty, and that is the leadership quality you should have, to convince everyone, not to hit anyone. Okay, you don't like or not, I am going to vote something, whether something is there, not 5 people not voting, 3 people. I am saying even 100% people should vote with your leadership, whatever quality you have, and that is very much needed in our EC. It doesn't mean that 5 voted against 2 voted and 3 voted against 5 voted. That is not the healthy democracy. If you are thinking that, I am sorry for that. Okay. We have to take everyone in this one.
Okay, Sanjeev, I think we have given you more than half an hour. No more questions, because you have already taken more than half an hour, and we have.
Sanjay sir has some question.
Yeah, Sanjay, do you have any question?
Yes, I have one question. Something is
last one.
Sanjeev ji, if you become president and something is passed in the EC with 10 members, and I don't like it, I thought it is wrong. What should I do?
You are talking about, see.
No, what I'm saying is, if something is passed in the EC with 10 members and under your presidency, and I don't like it, what should I do then?
First of all, what I told, when we are going to take EC in confidence, we should put the proposal with all the details in such a way. I told even not 10 to 1, 1 to 2, and 10 to 21.
Sir, my question is different. Sir,
wait, sir.
Son, please. My question is different. I just say it is passed by 10 members and I don't agree to it. Then what is your suggestion for me? What should I do?
You are saying those who are not agreed, what you will do, right?
No, I am not agreeing to what is passed in the EC by 10 members with majority. So what should I do then?
Who is I first?
Suppose you as a president have 10 members, say 11 members meeting in EC, and 10 members pass the resolution and I am against it. So what should I do then?
No. What I told first, you have to create a conducive environment to understand. It is
Sir, I
not
don't want
my
to. I
proposal.
don't want to
Wait,
understand. I just oppose
wait.
it. Then what should I do? I don't
No,
want to
if some,
understand. Then what
no,
should I do?
if there is some difficulty where I have question, it's not that 100% I have question or even 100%. First, we have to sort out those issues and then take everyone in confidence, and then only we should pass.
So okay, I got your answer. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I think let's close it, because we are not having any debate kind of session, because it's a opportunity for every contestant to express his ideas
I
and
hope
thoughts.
I have satisfied
Thanks.
all the questions.
Thanks, Sanjeev. Thanks for the entire session. Let's now go slightly quickly, because we have two more contestants, and maybe the unopposed candidates also will have the opportunity to say something. Rajiv, can we hold on for some time, or you
Yeah,
want
we
to
can
raise?
do it. No, I just wanted to ask Sanjay the same question.
Yeah.
कि उन्होंने पूछा दूसरे से, वही सवाल पूछा था, but we can let it go. It's okay. The important
Okay,
thing was that is a challenge which you have. I understood from Sanjeev was that make it more participative. Why should there only be 10 people participating and out of 21 members? Is the question.
Okay.
But ठीक
I-
है.
Yeah, it was just a condition in case it is there. I asked that.
He's asking a hypothetical question, that if a member who is opposing 10 members, what should that member do? I mean, that is what I understand from
Yeah,
Sanjay's question.
exactly. I said that.
So my question was same to Sanjay was that I mean how would you so my understanding is try and make it more participative. Why should only 10 participate or 21? We have seen.
It's a hypothetical. It's a
I think,
suppose
guys-
there are only 10. आज भी
guys,
देखो
हाँ,
राजीव
correct.
आज भी कितने लोग बैठे हुए हैं यार?
Correct. मैं यही तो कह रहा हूँ इशू कि आज एवरेज इसी में there have never been more than 12 people or 21. What have we done about that? That is the issue.
Anyway, Rajiv, I got my answer. Yeah, come on.
Okay,
I don't
let's
want to
let's go ahead. Let's go ahead, guys. Let's go ahead. Everybody kindly,
Thank you.
everyone,
Disagree, sir.
everyone kindly be on the mute, because we are inviting the next participant. And,
Kalpen,
he's-
sir,
Hold on,
I just want to place it here that I beg to disagree.
Okay,
An average EC meeting
okay.
does not comprise of 11 or 12 members.
Yeah, we
Attendance
have,
records can be checked.
we have seen more than 13,
Please,
14 also. It's okay,
No, you may
Rajiv,
You may
Rajiv,
have
I
one.
think we need to
Take
go
it,
forward. Rajiv, we need to go forward.
Publish it. You have only one meeting which has gone to 13. And then how many? Even
I
if 13,
no.
I
Even-
published
even if
the, I
13,
published
eight
the
have not
last year.
participated.
Rajiv, even
I
will
published
beg
the
to
last
differ.
year attendance, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
keep on publishing
Correct,
all the
correct.
attendance record along with the minutes.
Correct. Let's go ahead, guys. I think
Pankaj, you are the person who
we-
can make all 21 possible attendance,
Please
but you are not
understand,
that effort.
please understand, all of you, by making any remark, you're conveying to your own alumni audience as to what exactly is happening inside the EC. So let's maintain the decorum, and let's try to convey the right impression, image, and truthful things. So let's go ahead. I request everybody to be on the mute, because now it is chance and opportunity for Deepak Arora, who is contesting as a secretary. And Deepak, I invite you for your ideas and thoughts. Please go ahead. Sanjeev, please be on mute.
Okay, so I'll be specific. If I become secretary, there will be more respect for the every individual based, and they should be more open to ask questions. That is one thing. The timeline would be there for each of the line items, which is going to be discussed, and I would prefer meeting getting over in 1 hour. Okay, no extensions. The second thing is these are the two primary things which I want transparency, and the most important thing about transparency, I think, is the accounts. And any transaction, let's say more than 20,000 or 10,000, I would like to put it on the web. Of course, it won't be my decision, but I will try to get that. Then I will be very specific to the business, and I want more business B2B interaction among our IITDAA alumnus. So we would like to have some domain-specific meetups where the people can come and domain they should exchange. There will be more some online, some offline. So a lot of focus I would be putting, and based on my lot of interaction with the startups. Another thing is, yes, for startups we want to get the IIT for startups, we would like to get the uh, the VC interface. That is the most important thing which they see. So we're going to invite the VCs and a lot of interaction. I would say at least once every 2 months. Then I want the open mics. My first preference would be like, the clubs which were there. I've been interacting with students a lot, and what I've found out is that even the rendezvous people and the most of the funds they come through three store, the most of the organization bodies, but uh, the clubs were terribly short of funds. Even they have been completely saying that they will do anything if they for any kind of activity. And I saw them in some of the interactions where they are really talented. So I thought that's what I'm saying, that we should give them, if they are talented, we should give them first chance to one of the good number of chances they should be able to perform this thing. So I would like to have a lot of open mics for students and the alumni, and I would like to have more specific things. See, if we have to give value add to the student, to the alumni, two things which what I see, to small kids. I started interaction with the IIT students, whatever parents, whatever big guys we alumni are, but kids won't listen to the parents. As much as they are, the young IIT students. So I started that interaction of alumni students, school students, with the uh, IT students. Then I want app, especially those people who are alumni who we have to give, if they're ready to give, if we give some good value add to the alumni, uh, alumni, they would be happy to donate money and contribute a lot. So one of the value add I want to give is, a lot of people are traveling abroad, their parents are here, maybe single. So I want to give them a local guardian kind of this thing to every person who is in India, parents who are staying alone. Let's say 70 plus, I want to give them a local guardian or local alumni number, and that that should go into the app. In case of emergency or something, anything which may happen, so that the local person uh, may would also be contacted. That is the one thing. And the second thing is, if those alumni whose kids travel abroad, our database should be good enough. That's why I keep on this thing, that let's say that guy's kid is going to Pittsburgh and all that. If I am able to get a alumni, talk to them, talk to the uh, uh, that alumni who is in the same city. A lot of people who are traveling, who are abroad, they're ready to welcome IIT alumni kids and all that. So if somebody is there, so if we see these two kind of value adds, especially I would say to the alumni, they would, once they see value add, they will be happy to contribute in terms of financials and all kind of thing. And the third thing is, if I tried that, but uh, the government of India has put in 1 lakh tinkering labs across country. And so I would like to say that, the people who are skilled are the IIT engineers. So even though uh, I would say like to start some scholarships for the IIT students, where to the IIT students, but that scholarship will be more of teaching assistantship, where they should teach the kids remotely on the tinkering labs, especially that bulk of those labs are being idle, and the skill sets is there at IIT. Much of the skill set is at IIT. So that thing which I want to start. So I would like to close this thing. My three primary things which I said: value add for the kids, students interaction, IT students interaction, value add to the parents who, let's say 70 plus, if we can give them a local guardian. For kids who are getting admissions abroad, if we can get a contact for the alumni in US. And fourth one, if we can, as a society needs, if we can build up those, very specific, a lot of those labs are sitting idle. If we can get the IT students to, we pay them hourly pay money, and if we can get those kids to teach to the students worldwide, and maybe they should a lot of people come from the rural background, and you should, and in their district only, they can identify a school and they say, okay, I'll start this thing, and all that video recordings and all that kind of thing. We want to build up that infrastructure. We got those people, AWS, is IITD alumnus, head is IITD alumnus. We can get a lot of space AWS credits for us. So that's what, and then last but not least, we have to give them, the alumni, the security, the data security aspect. We have to somehow get that Alma Shines data back to us, and then maybe update more database. But the data security for the alumni is also very important, and that has to be in our head. If we are asking for the data, I can't trust on the third party vendor. So I'll close this. If you got any specific questions.
Okay, thanks, Deepak. I was wondering, surprisingly, there are no questions for you, but I'm sure Rajiv has question for everyone. Yes, Rajiv, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Deepak, and best wishes before I start. I have a couple of questions to you because you are a fresh secretary applicant. One is in terms of saying that, what is your view? Because I've been in the EC for 2 years now. I've been asking for accounts. Sometimes the secretary says that, why do you need it, or doesn't come. Even till date, I've not got the bank account statements.
Yeah.
Let me finish. I haven't got the bank account statements. I asked for details on FCRA violations. Why do you need it? I'm saying, should not there be a transparency and put these accounts on our own, what they call EC web page or whatever it is available, so anybody can see the document. I may not be the only expert. The secretary may not be, the treasurer may not be the expert, but you can get somebody else to actually add value.
I agree with you.
What is your position? What is your position on this? Because I have faced, even the accounts have been passed, I have raised my objections. Till date, I've not got the bank account statements. I have got some clarifications, they've not happened.
Throughout, I've been pushing that thing also. So when I say every amount more than, let's say, fixed amount, let's say 5,000 or 10,000, should be put on the net, and then our system have to be much more digital. We are from a digital tech company, and we are that, of course, that was ridiculous, something, the way it was. Why do you want it, something like that? Well, yeah. Person is intelligent enough to understand that, why does he want it? Usko time thoda waste karna hai uske liye. So usko explanation, and I don't think so. Secretary is in any MOU that has been given that the secretary is the custodian and the whole owner of the whole of the accounts, as if he is the CEO of the company. So he's got the right to say to give or not to give. So if it has to give, alumni wants it, maybe, and we have to put it on the online, and even not this thing. I would say, we've been maintaining our registers at IITD alumni office like 30 years back. What kind of digital transformation we are talking about? बंदा आता है register करता है, वो तो किसी society में चले जाओ, पुरानी किसी society में register में enter करता है. If that's what I was trying to tell them, make a small screen interface कि भैया what you can give to the society, what are the expectations from the IT alumni association, and that data should immediately get transferred and get into a database and email to these things, and where somebody, maybe one person assigned, can see those requests and give the top 5 or top 6 priorities based on this thing. So all these things we need to put in, our digital interface has to be the best. And the third thing I want to put it at that, whatever, let's say, I have, even if it's whatever work we need to get done, we have to give, we can give our students a try. They can make best of the application, best of this thing, and all that. Maybe it could be whatever amount we work on, let's say any digital app or something, we can push it to the student. We can make it open to the students. Okay, this is the amount, this is the work which needs to be done, and can the team put in this kind of effort? Students are ready to put in effort, and I want to create a most important thing which I would say is, what is the basic cause of when you say people go in depression? So I may have some first experience, but I'm trying to tell you is sports board games. We have to get the kids away from the mobile games. There are thousands of good board games. Why can't we make a good board game library in IITD office? where the kids can just come and say, okay, give your iCard, take the board game, take it back. We have to get our kids back away from the mobile phones. That is, if and the IIT students should be first to start. Second thing is that, sports. A lot of kids I've seen which come to the rural background. That's what I told them. I put in 20, 10, 15 odd brackets at the alumni office. क्या कितना खर्चा आएगा? नहीं तो alumni से मांग लेते हैं कि भैया कार्ड दो, ब्रैकेट लो, ले जाओ. जब आपके पास 1-1.5 महीना हो जाए, उसके बाद आप खेलना
Deepak, yeah, Deepak, we got that. But I'm
Deepak,
trying from
we
yeah,
got the
yeah.
drift
So
of it. I think
my point is something else from a
Ah.
secretary point of view. My second point was, what is happening is sometimes neither am I, like you said, you always maintain you're neither a finance expert, neither a legal expert. But sometimes people think that they are the only ones. When there's a counter opinion available, should we not get? I'm giving the example. That's the case. Ex member is removed. Get a legal opinion.
Rajiv, I've been fully supporting that, and yes, but it might be because when I put a lot of words into that kind of thing, it might be the other person, my opponent might think that maybe I'm putting his complaint across. So I just want to just tell you this thing. I was always in favor of that, and I've been pushing this thing for long.
Okay, fine. Deepak, let's just have last question from Dr. Sanjeev. Dr. Sanjeev, you have a question or your hand is up just like that?
Yes. No, not just like that.
I would like to have 1 or 2 questions from Pankaj if you.
No, Pankaj will first express his ideas because we are already 7:45 and let's not drag it further. Okay. Sanjeev, please go ahead.
Deepak sir, first of all, thank you for really good vision what you have provided. But for implementing these visions, we required the support. You require support from president, public, because you require fund for doing that, and also the EC member. How you are going to create that cohesive manner? Because if suppose whoever will be the president will have to work with you in closely, they have to work with you. So how you are going to maintain, because that is very much essential in this alumni association. You will be the key point who will be the bridging the gap between everyone. Okay. So that kind of things just I would like to hear from you, sir. And not only on behalf of EC, I am asking this question.
So,
yes.
I have always been like, I don't know, open to. I mean, a lot of people would know by this year that at least I listen. I don't reciprocate immediately after this thing. And as far as president with president, I even in the last 1 hour, day before I exchanged discussion with Jan said that whosoever becomes whatever, we'll work together. So even the respect for each other would be there. And as far as president is concerned, my relationship with you is as good as with Jan sir. So and Jan sir would also agree to it.
No, I'm asking just I'm asking vision. I'm not asking personal things. Okay.
No vision. That is honestly in my basic.
Deepak sir, if Kalpen sir allow one comment, I would like to.
No, I agree with you, Sanjeev. It's a very relevant and very interesting question.
I just want to add here, Deepak sir. Yeah. The secretary should be very much calm. First of all, listen everyone, convene the meeting in very nice manner, listen, and give chance to everyone to speak. You have to manage those kind of things. If you start something, if you do something, I don't think that is going to work. I'm just giving a suggestion because I keep working in various. I have been the president of my own association in 2 years before. I have seen many things. So unless you are not going to handle the things in proper way, it is not going to work. So what you are thinking on that point?
Correct. What is your thought in the direction what Sanjeev is asking? So thanks, Sanjeev. Thanks. Deepak.
See, I always been like, prerogative. I never see, this is my prerogative. Even I would say even the minutes if the key items can be rotated, with all the EC members, what are the important discussions? It's not that all the times I may have to define it. If the people are ready to come in as, I want to write this minutes of meeting, or I want to uh, uh, set up the agenda items, I would say most welcome here. May I say, I'm more of a person uh, who likes to delegate whatever a lot of work if the person is ready to take it.
Okay, I think Ram, you have a question?
Yeah, Ram, please go
Yes,
ahead.
sir, I have a question.
Okay, please go
Deepak
ahead.
sir,
And the last one, yeah.
Deepak sir, your vision is very nice, and I always be there, like as a EC member, like because we are a team, so we will be there always. So suppose, for example, you conducted some like event or something like that. You gave your best. You gave your best. Whatever that members are there, जिनका भी आपको support लेना था, they also gave the best, and that event was also awesome. But someone is criticizing you. कि यार ये ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए था, वैसा नहीं होना चाहिए. So how you will tackle that? How you will tackle that?
Yeah, if ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए तो there is, I mean, if you say that if the other person is saying, I have to be, I can't be aggressive against that person. Was the very important thing. If he feels that there may be some reason, we have to reason it out. If the other person feels it, you can't say, I mean, there's some kind of statements which we have been hearing. Yes, I mean, we can be very specific when you say that if you don't done your best and all that kind of things, still the criticism may come. Criticism may come, and I always, your first reaction should not be an aggressive reaction to, oppose that.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thanks,
Okay.
Deepak.
Thank you,
Thanks,
sir.
Ram.
Thank you so much.
I think now let's go to the next candidate, Pankaj, who is also contesting for the position of secretary. Guys, please hold on. We are already near 7:50, but let's listen to Pankaj patiently. And should you have any query, please feel free to raise. Yes, Pankaj, please go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. I am Pankaj Kapadia, BTech 2011 batch. And since I am the outgoing secretary, so I'm pretty sure all the EC members have watched me closely working for the last almost 2 years, a few of them for the last 1 year. And therefore, I would not like to emphasize much on my contribution to the IITDAA, because I believe that if you take the last 1 year, I have been associated with almost all the activities of IITDAA, and I have been directly involved, and I have been at the core everywhere, almost everywhere, barring a couple of maybe initiatives. So rather than getting into that, since all the AC members have closely watched me, I would rather go to the next extent that what are the things which I believe that during the last 1 year has been achieved. I would like to focus on that first. And secondly, I would then focus then what are the things we could have done and which we should do. These are the two things which I'll address. So it gives me immense pleasure that in the last 1 year, our connectivity with the alumni has increased multiple folds. Honestly speaking, we have a direct reach out to more than 3,500 alumni in various physical get-togethers and events, which we are able to carry out across chapters as well as on the campus. That is roughly 6% of our entire alumni population. So this is a commendable feat, first of all. Second, I would like to admit that major chapter get-togethers were able to generate sponsorships adequately, and therefore it was not much of a burden on the association kitty. Third, our appeals and initiatives on various occasions to help alumni or even staff members or even students or even faculty members have been very well responded by the alumni at large. And I would like to say that the students' connectivity has increased multiple folds. And I'll tell you multiple folds why. Because we have been able to accommodate the only fests like Rendezvous, Trysts, not only that, Sportec only, not. We are able to accommodate the DMS people also. We have supported BIA also, and not supported only monetarily. We have provided them guidance. We have been a part of planning, We have provided them office support. We have provided them the support in getting speakers and the entire execution of the program at times. And above all, I see a secretary as an operational head of the association. And when I see the secretary as an operational head of the association, because I believe that the president should be more concerned about strategic issues and taking the vision of the IITDAA forward, rather than getting into small little things here and there. I don't want to list all the activities which we have been able to carry forward. It's up to the EC members to see to it. I just want to mention one thing, that we were able to start the hostel-wise interactions under the Samvad series for the first time in this year only. And I personally feel that I have seen on ground, the students nowadays who are going to be the future alumni are actually feeling connected with the alumni association to the extent that I keep on responding and receiving messages from them every now and then. And like this was a query which was raised, that there are cases of, let's say, suicides, or they need counseling, etc., etc. I believe association, if I consider last 2 years, has been able to achieve one remarkable feat, that its connectivity with the students as well as its connectivity amongst the alumni has been reaching newer heights every day. And this is something which I'll take back as a token of appreciation. Having said that, there are many things which we can still do. I wish we had not lost much time due to some here and there issues. And of course, there was a lot of work that could have been done with the support of all the EC members. I look forward to contribute to it. I look forward to get the support of EC members in such a way that we not only aspire to become a cohesive unit, we not only try to have a consensual decision, but a real positive approach in this regard is more than welcome. But only thing which I want to mention is something which disheartens me, that though we aspire to have consensus among all the issues, even then, since we are different people, we may have a difference of opinions. I would be more keen that people who, after expressing their opinions, at least accept the majority opinion of the EC and adhere to it, rather than putting their own original and their own personal ideas and taking it round and round for various reasons. This is all I wanted to say, and I am ready to answer of any of your questions which you feel like.
Okay, thanks Pankaj. For a change, I see almost 4 hands up. So you seem to be quite popular, or maybe you are at the receiving end. I don't know. Now, since Ram, I'll ask you first. Your hand has been consistently up. So you want to raise that query, or your hand is still there? Hello, Ram. Okay, Ram is not there. So Ram, do you want to ask any question? Okay, I think I'll give it a pass. Sanjeev, you have a question? Yes. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Pankaj, thank you for your vision and what background you have given, and you have done the work. Really, you have done in whole EC, but nobody had done equal to you. I congratulate you for that, and I really appreciate those kind of things. You know, we have been associated for since 2005. I have seen you those time also. Now I am seeing a lot of things you are doing. But as a senior member of this EC, sometimes I feel that you require some behavioral change. Don't take it as this one enemy or something. So I'm giving you suggestions. I keep giving even to my staff also. Behavior change is required, and I know most of the EC members sometimes feel when you start speaking, you don't allow anyone to speak. So I think that need to be changed. Do you think also that is required? You answer later on. Second things, as you told, you are the operational.
Sanjeev, I have a request. No personal remarks. I would prefer that
No, it's not personal. No.
Correct. So
it is not personal.
you raise questions or make
Kalpen
remarks on
sir,
his vision.
Kalpen sir, I don't mind answering it.
No, it is not personal. It is, I'm talking about the as a secretary. Pankaj is different kind of person. When he come to me, he talk differently. That I know. Personal is different and this is different. I'm not, if personal will be there, I will not talk to him. Even I will call him.
This is a public forum. Please be mindful
That's
of
why
it.
saying. That's why I'm saying. Some of the things I have observation for in public also. So personal, I don't talk to him. Personally, call him anytime and I shout him also if required. That is different. So, and second thing, the preparation of MOM, it is a very valid document. When everyone say, sometime I have seen you have missed many things, what people have told. So those kind of things, what you are thinking, whether you have done that way or it is not require any changes, or there is a chance of improvement. I'm talking about that part. I'm not giving any other things. Thank you, Pankaj. All the best first.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for the appreciation that you recognize my efforts.
Of course, I have written everywhere that you have done the job.
Okay, so I would answer the two queries independently. First of all, when you speak about the behavioral change which I need, and I don't allow people to speak, I personally believe that I have not halted anybody to speak. I have given everybody a chance to speak whenever they have raised their hands, and that can be ratified by the video recordings of the EC meetings, that if I have stopped anybody, they can claim so and they can show me. They are welcome to the office, first of all. Second thing which I wanted to address is regarding the MOMs. See, to be very honest, when I write those MOMs, I believe that they are the best words to describe the gist of what transpired in the meetings. I am not sure whether you agree, whether somebody else agrees or not, but I am open to this discussion also, that anybody, a third person or fourth person or maybe some other person would like to see the video recording, I would like to see the MOM. And if they believe that there is, of course, MOMs are not transcripts, so there cannot be word to word matching. If you want a transcript, I'm perfectly fine with having hired a $1,000 and it will give you word to word, comma to comma, everything. I don't mind. But honestly speaking, for me, MOMs are meant to propose, or rather to communicate the gist of what transpired in the AC meetings. And the MOMs which I have produced, I believe that they have been doing justice to whatever it was transpired.
Okay, thanks. So no, Sanjeev, not a debate. Now next,
One suggestion, sir.
Quick, 10
just
seconds.
Allow one suggestion.
Quick.
One suggestion, 10 seconds. I just want to tell you, MOM is the record what people speak, and that should actually, MOM should not go out within the EC. It is need to be circulated. I agree with that because that is the internal document. If just what you are saying, that goes as a circular of that MOM what you have discussed. So there is a difference between circular and MOM. So MOM should be recorded, everything, whatever important thing is there, that should go out as a circular.
Okay, that's a suggestion. We'll keep that in mind, yes. And the future secretary should keep it in mind. Rajiv, you have raised your hand, and then Deepak. We are taking only two queries, one Rajiv, one Deepak's.
Yeah.
Sir, Manoj has also raised his hand.
Okay, Manoj has also raised the hand. Chalo, next is Manoj. Rajiv, go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, Mr. Kapadia. I have a couple of questions. One I'm saying is what you described, what you did was generic, not so much for the secretarial position, because secretarial position involves doing in updating bylaws, ensuring the minutes, etc., which some of the members have felt have not been captured properly. Because if you're quoting an ex-member, then it should be quoted verbatim what he wants to be done. That's one part. That's just a comment. My question is, why do you feel that you need to stand again and not allow a fresh blood to come in? What is it that you couldn't, I'm saying, you can't achieve as an EC member that you want to be a secretary second time? That's the first question. Second question is, as an OB members, OB meetings, why are the minutes of the OB meeting not known to the EC members? If the OB is meeting the director or the dean, etc., why are they not known to them? They get to know as the after the event, somewhere in the passing is mentioned in Kalpin's, monthly or whatever, bi-monthly, whatever he sends the note, it's mentioned that no discussion paper is available. Why should not the OB minutes be minuted and shared with the EC? I haven't seen one in the last 2 years. Both questions. Thank you so much.
Okay, so answering to your first question, sir, I don't believe giving somebody else or a fresh face a chance is something which should be determined by the executive committee members or even myself. I think the idea should be that the person who is best suited for the job should be voted in and should be brought to the position. So to answer your query, I believe that I can do the things better than anybody else in this EC. And that is what I have proposed myself. If somebody else, and in fact, a few of the EC members asked me whether you will contest or not. I said I will file a nomination and see who else is standing, and then I'll take a decision whether I should withdraw or not. If I would have found that some better candidate would have been standing against me, I may have withdrawn. So that is my personal choice and up to the EC members to decide. So getting another term or getting not another term should not be a question at all. First of all, that is my submission to you. Second thing which you wanted to ask me is about
minutes of the OB meeting.
Minute. I would take pride that any major decision which we have taken as OBs have been prior ratified by the EC. The EC has already been apprised, and then only we have gone ahead with this. So honestly speaking, if the EC is apprised of any major decision which the OBs are going to take prior, there is no point of having an OB meeting minutes, etc., etc. We may not have minutes also. See, OB meeting is something like this, that whenever, I'll tell you one thing. When I was the secretary and Kalpen sir was the president, on an average, 1.5 hours daily we have spoken to each other on various issues.
So when you say those issues, I'm saying those issues need to be tabled as bullet points.
Malhotra sir, I'm just saying.
Rajiv, let him complete.
We have spoken to each other on various issues, and as I mentioned, anything that was of substantial importance, even somewhat importance to the EC, has been brought to the notice of EC prior to committing it, prior to taking the decision. ऐसा भी नहीं है कि हमने decision ले लिया है फिर इसी को बताया है. हमने डिसीजन लेने से पहले भी इसी को बताया है और इसी से अप्रूवल लिया है. तो ऐसी कोई ओबीज मीटिंग के मिनट्स शेयर करने जैसा है ही नहीं, बिकॉज हम दिन में 1.5 घंटा रोज बात करते हैं. कई बार गौरव से बात होती है, कई बार अरुण से भी बात होती है, कई बार मिक्स. जैसे आपको मैं एग्जांपल देता हूं, अलमनाई फेस्ट की जब तैयारी चल रही थी, we all 4 OBs had multiple meetings altogether, and therefore we called up this EC meeting on 10th of December. And the agenda item which you had some issues that it did not mention revised budget falana dhimkana. So we mentioned the agenda items as preparation and planning of the alumni fest, and it was categorically discussed throughout the EC, and 12 members were present. 12 members were present. All of them said yes to whatever we proposed. And if we have the concurrence of 12 members, even if 1 member or 5 members are not there, I mean, they to see the minutes of the meeting.
Excel sheet. You did not share the Excel sheet of prior. That's okay. I mean, that's a separate matter. Here we are not discussing specifics.
No. Ek minute. I have a small point to make. No specific discussions. Idea is conveyed. Rajiv has made a point. Rajiv has made a point, and Pankaj has answered. No, Sanjeev, I think you need to give chance to Deepak and Manoj first. So Deepak,
just one, otherwise I will miss that. I have just one comment. Small
10 seconds.
5 seconds.
Yeah.
You say go ahead, बस. पंकज जो अभी बोला कि हम प्रेसिडेंट से 1 hour 2 hour discuss, that is not the meeting. Actually, that is the discussion. Meeting means when you 4-5 OBs sit together, meet like we do EC meeting, that minutes of the meeting surely should come out, because that will also give the attendance of the OBs in that meeting, how many people attend even. You may be doing a lot of work with the president, but that kind of meeting we are asking. We are not talking
Okay,
one-to-one
Sanjeev,
discussion.
Sanjeev, your point is made, and I go back to Deepak. Deepak, please raise
So-
your query.
So my question is, yeah, I don't want to get into very specific thing. You know, those 15 things, and you may have, Pankaj, you may have a lot of fans or lot of appreciator of your work. Maybe that's where you think you're seeking your work. So only question which I have is, Pankaj, is in your terms, I mean, anything is going to change? You think you lacked in the last year, there was some scope of improvement as per your understanding, or you think that was the best you could do, and whatever be the distractors, let them go to whatever they think. But since you got those amazing set of appreciators, that is good enough for you. That's my only question. Anything is going to change, or you think there is no scope of, though there is no change would you like to have in your this thing? I don't want to get into very specific there, but I mean, that is
Okay,
known to everyone.
fine. I'll answer that, Deepak sir. See, first of all, nobody is perfect, and there is always a scope for improvement.
Okay.
I mentioned in my
So that
address
is the only
also.
thing. I mean, I'm obstructing it. That is the only thing which I'm saying. If let's say in what terms you think there is some scope of improvement, or
See,
what do you
that is
think
what
of
I'm telling
yourself?
you, sir. Sir, that is what I'm telling you, that even in my address, when I addressed in my soapbox, I said that there were many things which could have been done. There were many things which could have been achieved. The scope of improvement lies everywhere and anywhere. Nobody can be perfect. Neither am I, neither are you, nobody, for that matter, nobody. So if you ask me whether there is a scope of improvement, yes, there is a scope of improvement without an element of doubt. But
What are those? Yeah, what are those things?
but before I reply to it further, I would just address that circumstances and situations play a very key role while you trespass the path of the whole 1 year, and basically you travel the whole path. The participation, the commitment, the emotional connect, people may say that, there is nothing to be, like you also mentioned, that I will not respond very hard, in a very hard language or something like that. But what happens, I'll tell you, if you have put in a lot of efforts, if you have given your emotional connectivity, and then if something as ridiculous as anything comes across, I mean, it does take your brains out, to be very honest. And मुझे ऐसा लगता है, I personally believe कि situations and circumstances drive the things. I, of course, could have done better. There is nothing denying about it.
I mean, so those things are very specific. Just wanted to answer. What do you think of those? What are those things? So those specific things, if you want to answer, otherwise, I'm okay with that. I mean,
Achha, what are those things?
Very simple. Are we going to be seeing the same?
I completely agree, Deepak sir. I completely agree.
Yeah.
See, as I told you very categorically, though we would want to have a consensual decision always.
Okay.
But since we are different people, we may have different ideas. And therefore, we may not converge howsoever we want to. The idea is, I'm telling you, I'm just giving you one example. Like sharing of video recordings of executive committee. And there was so much talk about transparency. My personal opinion is, I personally don't have an issue in sharing of recordings, but the kind of meetings which we do have, I would mind it going to the public. It doesn't give the right impression of IITDAA. That's my personal opinion. But if 11 out of, sir, please give me one line. If 11 out of 21 members say that it should be shared, my opinion doesn't count, period. That should be the essence of democracy. That should be the essence of democratic setup. That is my personal opinion.
Okay, Deepak, I think let's go ahead. Let's hear Manu's query.
I mean, that's fine. He says, I'm going to be the same. That's fine. If he doesn't want
Deepak,
to,
let's
I'm
go
good
to
with
Manoj.
that. I'm not saying that.
Manoj,
just a simple thing. Anything?
Yes, sir.
We're going to see change. If he says it's fine, I don't
Yeah,
want to change. That's fine.
he has already
That's fine.
admitted that there is always scope for change. There is always improvement
So that
possible,
those specific
and
things I
that is
wanted
what
to
he
That is
has
ask.
good
to
thing. That
he
is
has
good.
to he has to admit and communicate, and that's what he has done. So Manoj, please go ahead.
सर ये सवाल स्पेसिफिकली पंकज के लिए नहीं है. इनफैक्ट मेरे को कोई सवाल डायरेक्टली नहीं पूछना है. मैं फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सभी जो पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं उनको बेस्ट विशेस देना चाहता हूँ. एंड सबके विजन बहुत ही लाइक बढ़िया है. एंड दैट प्रोसेस जो सोप बॉक्स का है उसमें बहुत सी क्वेरीज और बहुत से डिस्कशन होते हैं, अच्छे से बाहर से क्लियर हो जाते हैं. तो बेस्ट विशेस टू ऑल द पार्टिसिपेंट्स एंड थैंक यू कि मेरे को लास्ट चांस मिला है ताकि मैं क्वेश्चन ना भी पूछूं. अपना एक व्यू रख दूं. एक सजेशन मैं सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स को देना चाहता हूँ कि लाइक अगर मेरा बस होता सबको सेक्रेटरी एंड सबको लाइक प्रेसिडेंट में बना देता. बट दैट्स नॉट हाउ इट गोज. बट मेरी एक रिक्वेस्ट है कि वंस ये इलेक्शन प्रोसेस ओवर हो जाए, हमारी ईसी में एक पॉजिटिव सुधार आना चाहिए कि जो ये एक कंपटीशन वाली फीलिंग है जो मेरे को पर्सनली लगा फॉर 1 ईयर, वो थोड़ा सा कम करके काम किया जाए. कंपटीशन ऑफ कोर्स होगा बट थोड़ा सा उसे कम करके ईसी को और बेटर बनाया जा सकता. तो मेरा बस ये रिक्वेस्ट है. जो भी फाइनली सेलेक्ट होकर आया है वो तो होना ही है. तो दैट्स ओनली माय पॉइंट ऑफ. थैंक यू.
Thanks. I think Manoj, you have said it something very best at the last.
Thank
However,
you, Manoj.
that is a
Sir,
euphoric.
sir,
That's a euphoric.
Kalpen sir, I would like to make one just last statement and then I'll wind up and then I'll leave the floor open to you. Am I allowed?
Please go ahead.
मनोज की बात बिल्कुल सही है. उसमें मैं एक चीज सिर्फ ऐड करना चाहूंगा. आई एम हियर टू लर्न. Constructive criticism is always welcome. And when I say always, I really mean it. It is always welcome. But criticism for the sake of criticism, this is something which I feel we should do away with. That is all. Thank you.
Fair deal. I think that's the
ये
essence
बता
of.
दो आज मैंने कंस्ट्रक्टिव किया या डिस्ट्रक्टिव किया?
No, Sanjeev, no personal remarks. So we don't give feedback to you also. So having said this, I think Manoj, you have a very
पूछा मैंने.
Manoj is a very interesting and very valid suggestion, and I'm sure no one can disagree with you to the extent that yes, we all come from IIT background, so we will be competitive in nature. I mean, that's something which is part of us. It is in our DNA, and therefore it is going to remain to some extent. But end of the day, I think we all need to understand and accept that we can agree to disagree. And at the same time, there will be only one decision, which I always say, as long as it is democratically reached decision, no one should have any observation. Now, before we close, I request Ram whether he would like to say a few words, since he is already elected and he enjoys the wonderful privilege of being an office bearer already. Ram, would you like to say something?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, everyone. And I got selected, and that is all the efforts done by you all. Like here, I want to add one thing: is in the last 1 year, I participated in events for example, Alumni Day or 15 August of event. And when I'm on the field, when we are on the field, we gave our 100%. And similarly, we have to give in future also. We have to give our effort and whatever that task has been given, that should be completed properly. Most of the time, we criticize, but when we are on the field, we do our best. We try to do our best. And sometimes like always some kamiyan to har kisi mein hoti hai. So some kamiyan may be there, but we have to think like that if someone is doing on the field. So we have to appreciate. Do not criticize every time. So here my view next year also we will do so many events. We will try to do so many events mutually, and there ज्यादा से ज्यादा जितना एलुमनाई कनेक्ट हो सकता है, ज्यादा से ज्यादा जितना एक तरह से इवेंट हम करा सकते हैं, ज्यादा से ज्यादा जितना हम एक तरह से पॉजिटिविटी ला सकते हैं, वी विल ऑल ट्राई हियर. मैं भी इसमें शामिल हूँ. मैं भी एज इसी मेंबर इसी का एक मेंबर हूँ, तो मैं भी इसमें शामिल हूँ कि हमारी सबकी म्यूचुअल एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग होनी चाहिए कि वी शुड मेक पीस. आपस में जो है सब हमेशा ना हो, समटाइम्स इट मे हैपन. तो ये मैं भी कोशिश करूंगा कि आगे जो है हमेशा ऐसा ना हो. वी ऑल हैव सम पीस. और जो भी एक तरह से व्यूज हैं वो एक तरह से सबके सुने जाए, सबको अप्लाई करने का मौका मिले, और ज्यादा से ज्यादा एक तरह से, क्योंकि नए लोग भी अब आएंगे, उनके सामने हमारी एक अप्रोच जो है वो पॉजिटिव होनी चाहिए। सो इसके लिए हमें सबको म्यूचुअली एक प्लेज लेनी चाहिए। आई रिक्वेस्ट एवरीवन कि like whatever is happening that should be happen in election only, this time only, and after that जब election complete हो जाए तो उसके बाद सब कुछ वैसा ही नॉर्मल रहे जैसा होना चाहिए। अदरवाइज फिर नए जो लोग आते हैं उनको थोड़ा सा एक तरह से दिक्कत होती है। लाइक सेम फीलिंग वी हैव, like all the 7 members we came here, and that first impression was something like different than what we were thinking. So it's my like humble request and humble because आगे भी हमें काम करना है, और आगे ये तो इसी है, कुछ टाइम के लिए है, बाद में भी हम म्यूचुअली सब लोग अटैच ही है, सब लोग साथ में ही रहेंगे। तो थोड़ा सा इस पर हम सब लोग एक प्लेज लें, और इट्स माय ड्यूटी आल्सो कि इसमें मैं भी अपना कंट्रीब्यूशन दूं। थैंक यू सर आल्सो, और जितना हो सकता है उतना मैं कोशिश करूंगा। थैंक यू सो मच।
Very nice, Ram. I think very well said. You are shown a lot of maturity. It's like old head on young shoulders. Keep it up. Keep your efforts up. Although Rajiv has raised his hand, I don't know whether he wants to ask a question or he wants to make a suggestion.
No, I think well spoken. I wanted to just tell him well spoken with a lot of maturity. Sometimes what you said is right, that definitely a balanced approach has to happen. If somebody has done a criticism, it's one doesn't have to take criticism on him. It's a criticism for a task which that process has not been followed. Processes are equally important because we are not personality dependent. We are process dependent. We are like somebody said, we are strategists. The executors are supposed to be the people who are actually the office. IITDAA office is supposed to be the executors, and they have to take it. We may be helping them. So we are here only for a short period. 1 साल, 2 साल, 3 साल के लिए आए हैं. Process has to be important. So my point is, criticism should be taken as a process, only from the process point. You can't take it personally. अगर मैंने बोला राम आपने ये ऐसे नहीं है, गलत किया आपने, minutes में आपने नहीं भेजा, तो उसको बोलो ठीक है हमने नहीं किया, अगली बार करेंगे. Moment you say that अगली बार करेंगे, argument stops there. There is a way to how to react and actually balance it. So I like your approach on that, and I want to thank you for that.
Okay, good. I think Rajiv, probably we all believe in it that we are looking at the improvement only. However, as somebody said, that you get emotionally connected when you're working on a particular task, and that connect is the one which takes the onus and responsibility of facing the criticism, and it looks like it is personal. While you rightly said it is process, I mean it is against the process or against the procedure.
यही तो हमारी maturity होनी चाहिए. We are now with all of us have 10, 15 years vintage or 25 year vintage.
We are all different. We are all different, and we got to live with each other. So end of the day, each one has his or her own ideas, thought process, value system. Everything is different, but at the same time, we still work for the common cause. Common cause has to be what we can do for the entire IITD ecosystem, and that's not just alumni, it's not just the institute, not just the students, not just the staff, society. We have to look at a much larger perspective, and that's where we need cooperation and collaboration from everyone. And that's something which I hear. I'm very happy. I must thank all the candidates and all the contestants. I wish you all live up to your ideas, and you try to deliver your best. If you get an opportunity, if you don't get an opportunity, actually onus lies on you to convince the people that, look, whether you have the hat on your head or not, but you are committed to the cause. And therefore, please prove to rest of the world and rest of the EC that it is not the position that motivated you to work, but it is the commitment that motivated you to work for the cause. And the cause is common to all of us. Cause is dear to all of us. There are many things which you would have done, and many things which you probably wouldn't know also. And therefore, as you move forward, I'm sure the presidential candidate, the successful one, have the access to entire email. He or she will know what kind of effort has gone into doing a lot of other activities. And that's true for everybody. You must have done your best in your own sphere. And therefore, I just expect that everyone will continue going ahead with the same spirit. And that's all what will bring the IITDAA to a larger level or reach a higher level. And that's all what will make all of us proud. And it's not in a winning team, there is no loser. But in a loser team, there is no winner. And that's what, if we all want to become winners, then we should ensure that we don't lose. And that's the small message which I want to leave behind. All the best to all of you. You're all wonderful candidates. And
Rakesh Bansal is there. You have invited him, but you didn't give a chance
no,
to
no,
speak.
but you're interrupting me. So I actually, and thanks for reminding me that. And Rakesh, I hope he's still there. Rakesh, are you there?
I thought you were going to close
Yeah,
the session.
Oh, great.
no, I'm very much there.
So
But
Rakesh,
since
you can do
since
the
I'm
closing.
observer, so I'm observing.
You can do the
He is
closer
very
as an observer.
observing.
He is observing.
No,
Yeah.
I'm only supposed to act as an observer, so that is what I'm doing.
You are our old friend. You should speak here.
So
After
Rakesh,
observation.
you are invited now.
Okay, thanks for inviting. Thanks all very much. I heard all the prospective candidates for the president and the secretary post, as well as our friend for the treasurer post. Wonderful vision. So my take from whatever experience I have, I mean, let us work together for the association, for the broader society, association, whatever causes that we are committed to, and that is all. So nothing more to say. Let us go for a very congenial atmosphere. Let us try to build that, and like we say, majority is something that always matters, and let us respect each other's ideas and work together. All the best.
Rakesh sir, just a small correction. Ram Tirath is standing for joint secretary, not president.
Oh yeah, joint secretary.
No, not standing. He has made it.
He has won.
Yeah. So anyway, Rakesh is always a man of few words, but he always gives the depth and meaning to what is happening all around. So that's the gist of our 2-hour session now. Before we wind up, if anybody wants to make one last remark, please feel free. All of you have freedom to use 30 seconds, and subsequently I will wind up. Yes, Sanjay?
Yes, we remain friends, whatever be the result, and we should work continuously, jointly for the betterment of organization. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, Sanjay, want to say something? You're on mute, Sanjeev. You're on mute.
You are muted now.
I wish I could have. Come on. If I knew that magic, imagine what I could have delivered.
Okay. Sometime we have to make the lighter things.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I agree.
So what I will say, what we have felt in last 1 year, we have not done. Let's do in next 1 year and make everyone happy. Happy in the sense, not only to make happy by giving something, do some work where people will say, yes, you have done something. That kind of tendency we have, determination we have, then only we can say we have done. Otherwise, everyone is doing something that nobody count. Okay. So there should be some valuable work which has some meaning, and that need to be done in next 1 year. Thank you.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, Deepak, you want to say something?
I'm okay, good with what Sanjay has said. Ultimately, if we have to work as a team, and whosoever wins doesn't matter much.
Yeah. In fact,
I had suggested to Sanjay also, we could have formed a 6-member team. We could have done a 3 out of 5 on every decision, but whatever the format is there. I'm good with that.
Put it in the bylaws. You still have an opportunity. Yes, Pankaj.
Sir, I would like to just make a statement that my job should be to put the intentions of the executive committee to execution, and that is what I like to do. That's all. Thank you.
Good. Thanks everyone. I think we had a wonderful, nice 2 hours, very healthy session. All ideas are welcome. First of all, each one has something to offer, maybe in his or her own style. But end of the day, you have to work with your team members, and that's all what will bring the success. We are all looking for success because we all will feel proud about the success. I wouldn't like to repeat, but last year has brought a lot of accolades to this team. Almost everyone I have interacted with, and I can assure you all the past presidents who have managed the association in the past, they are extremely excited about the kind of path that we have shown to the association in terms of what can be done and what should be done. They are all eagerly and excitedly looking at it as to how much we deliver. Henceforth, we have a wonderfully strong platform available to us, very good ideas, good people. Let's hope that 7 new members who come and join us also bring in ideas and energy, and of course contribute towards way of working activities. If we all work together, take it from me, managing an P&L of 2 crore, I wish that you people work at least 3.5. And that's a challenge that I leave it behind for all of you. I'll also be part of it. I'll also contribute to best of my abilities. My commitment will never get diluted towards association. And therefore, let's work at a target. Let's do it. Let's deliver it. And let's convince the world that we are capable of doing anything. All the best to all of you. Thank you very much. And let's hope for the best team to join as the office bearers. Thanks. Thanks, everybody. So I'm closing the session. Good night,
Thanks,
guys.
sir.
Have a nice weekend. Enjoy it.
Thank you.